Hey guys, what's up? I'm Steve and welcome to my world. Today we are going to be putting together the second part of our two-part holiday Lego briquettes. We put together Mr. Claus last time, good old Santa, and today we're going to put together Mrs. Claus. So this was the Santa Claus that we put together. Pretty nice little figure. It's got a little sack of toys and some presents. Pretty cool. And like I said, today we are going to be putting together Mrs. Claus. On the last video, we had a little bit of a hiccup where Mr. Claus is listed as number 33, Mrs. Claus is listed as number 34. Without looking, I assumed that Mr. Claus would be bag number 1, Mrs. Claus would be bag number 2. So we already opened up all of Mrs. Claus's pieces. Quickly realized that I didn't have the pieces for Mr. Claus. So here are the pieces already opened, and we're going to put them together. I am going to move Santa out of the way, just because causes some focusing issues, and we will lower the camera so you can see what we are working with. And if it was me, I know that shadow would bother me, so I'm going to try to do what I can to get it out of the way. There we go. Alright guys, so pretty sure we got the right bags this time. It's the only ones left, so we're going to put this big thing back here because that's going to be her stand, along with some of these curved pieces. And let's go get to building Mrs. Claus. First up, we're going to take these stepped up blocks that look like this, okay, and it's got a little peg on the sides. We're going to take 2 of those and put them together. That's step 1, even though they don't stay together. Alright, next up, we're going to take an 8-piece gray, looks like this, and we're going to put it down the center. So, I'm just going to put it like this, and move that one over, and there we go. Okay, then we're going to take 4 of these pieces that look like this. They are white L-shaped pieces, okay. They have 2 pegs, and then they have this ledge with 2 pegs on them. We're going to put them under each of the 4 corners like this, with 1 piece sticking out. So we're going to put them on all 4 corners there. So we got 1 there, and 1 there. And then we're going to have 1 here. Let's see, like this. And another one somewhere. Where are you? Is that it? There it is. Okay. So we have this. Okay. Next up, we're going to take 4 red 1-piece blocks that look like this, and we're going to put them in the 4 corners that are white still. So we're going to put 1 there, 1 there, maybe. Put 1 here. And we're going to put 1 over in this corner here, just like that. Alright, up next, we're going to take and put what I could call a washing machine piece. It looks like this. It's got a 1 peg on the top with a hole in it, little ledge coming out the front, and a big square in the back. We're going to take 2 of these together and hold them like this. And then we're going to take a red triangle that looks like this, okay, and it's 2 pieces wide, and we're going to put it across the front of these 2 to hold them together. So it looks like that. Okay? And then we're going to take that whole thing and we're going to put it on the back here on top of the 2, oops, top of the 2 beige pieces. Alright, up next, we are going to take and put on 4 more of these washing machine pieces with the pegs all coming out. So we're going to put 1 in right here, maybe. There we go, and 1 in right here. Then we're going to put 1 over here on this side, and 1 over here on that side, just like that. Okay, next up we're going to take 2 red 1-piece thick blocks that look like this. And we're going to fill in these back corners right here. So we got 1 there, and we have 1 here, just like this. That piece doesn't look like it's down. There we go. Maybe. There we go. Okay, and then we're going to put a 4-piece block across the front like this. Just like that. Okay. And then we're going to put this thick white 4-piece circle, shove it down inside here. It's going to be filler material. And then we're going to take 2 of these curved step pieces that look like this, and they're 2 wide. And we're going to put them on the 2 sides. So we're going to put 1 of them right here like this. And then we're going to put the other one on the other side over here like this. Just like that. Okay, next up we're going to take two of these big white curved pieces with a cutout in the middle of them. And we're going to put them on both sides over that red piece that we just put in there. So we're going to put one over here like this. And then we're going to put one on the other side like this. And there we go. Okay, next up, we're going to take and add another curved white piece that looks like this. And then we're going to put a two-piece red block in the bottom of it first. And then we're going to take and add that to the front and the back. So we're going to do that again. So there's one for the front. Put that back down. Big curved piece. Two-piece red. And we're going to take and we're going to add that to the back. So there is what we have. Okay. Up next, we're going to take and add this beige step up that we have here, 2 layers with 2 pegs on the sides. We're going to put that on the back side of this circle right there. And then we're going to take and add to it 2 triangle white pieces, 1 piece that go in here like this. So we're going to put one like that. And then we're going to add another one, and I believe that's going to be the bow tie for her apron on the back, but we'll find out when we get there. And we're going to put one in here like this. See, it kind of looks like a bow tie. Okay. All right. Next up, we're going to take a 4-piece red, put it across the front of this white right there, and the 2 yellows, and then we're going to take 2 2-piece reds and put them up on the other sides, like one right there, and one right there. Okay. Next up, we're going to take this thick 4-piece here. Okay, and it's got all these little pegs coming off the side of it. And what we're going to do before we add this to it is we're going to put these little circles, white circles on them. They kind of look like little flowers. So we're going to take and add 4 of them in here. So we're going to put one there, one there, one in here, and then one right there. And then we're going to take that whole thing, we're going to put it on the front here, just like that. Okay, next up, we're going to take and add, if we can get the camera to focus, there we go. Alright, next up we're going to take and add a brown circular piece that looks like this. Okay, we're going to stick that in the middle, in the center. And then we're going to take and add 2 of these white pieces that look like this. They're just regular 2-piece blocks, except this time they have a little groove and tongue cut on the side of them. So we're going to put in a piece right there with the groove coming out, and then another piece right next to it, like that, just like that. Then we're going to take 2 single white piece blocks, and we're going to put them in the back corners over here. So we're going to put one there, like that. And we're going to put one, that's not the right one. And we're going to put one over here, like that. Alright, next up, we're going to take and add a thick 4-piece red, looks like this, across the back like this. And then we're going to take and add another 4-piece thick circular white one on top of this one. Alright, up next, we're going to take and add 2 of these thick gray pieces. They are thick 2-piece grays with 4 pegs on the sides of them, very common in brickheads. I'm going to put them in here so that the pegs come out to the side, one on each side. Gives us a surface to fasten stuff to the sides. And then we're going to take another thick 4-piece red, and we're going to put it across the top of the front just like that. Then we're going to take an 8-piece white across between the gray pieces just like this. And I just broke off her back. Oh no! Okay, I felt more than one piece fall too, so we got this, and I believe it was just a red triangle right here in the back. There. Okay, we're back to normal. Almost a catastrophe, but we saved it. Alright, next up, we're going to put a red 1-piece block on the 4 corners to make it all level. So we're going to put one there, And then one up front here, one up front here, and then one over here in this corner. Just like that. All right, then we're going to take an 8-piece beige, put it across the top of that white one, like that. And then we're going to take 2 4-piece white ones and run down both sides. So we're going to put one there, and then we're going to put one, hiding back here in the corner, we're going to put one on this side. Okay, up next, we're going to take and build her hands. So we're going to put this down for just a second. We're going to take a 4-piece red block. We're going to take and add a piece that looks like this. It's a 1-piece white with a hook. We're going to add it with the hook coming out like this. Maybe. Like that. Okay? And then we're going to take a 1-piece white block, put it above it like this. And then we're going to take a triangular red piece, if I can find it. There it is. Looks like this, 2 wide, and we're going to put it in here just like this. So it gives us a little bit of dimension and also gives us her hook for her hand. We're going to take and we're going to add that one to this side over here with her hand coming out. So it looks like this. Okay? Then on the other side, we're going to build the other hand. We're going to take another 4-piece red block. This time we're going to take a white 2-piece block, but this has a hook coming off the side of it. We're going to put it on here like this, okay? And then we're going to take another red triangle, and if I can find it, they're elusive today. Hello. I wonder if that's what did I throw that on the floor earlier? Let me find it, let me find it. It is another triangle. It's not there. Not there. Okay. Well, I gotta find it. Okay, so the piece was sitting right here all along. And we're gonna put it on here just like this. And then we're gonna take her and add her hand, but this hand's going down. So we got one coming out, and we have one going down. All right. Next up, we're going to take 6 of these gray 2-piece blocks with these on the sides. We're going to start with one in the middle of the back, go all the way around, 2 on each side, and one in the front. So we're going to put them in here like this. This is a very common step for brickheads. All pegs go to the outside so that we can attach to them. All right, next up is filler material. We're going to put her down. We're going to take 2 of these thick 4-piece gold block or beige blocks, put them together. Then we're going to take these thin brown 4 pieces, put it in there just like that. And then we're going to take and add to that a 4-piece thick pink block. And that is our filler material. So now we can grab Mrs. Claus, shove this down inside there, and then we're going to layer around here again with another row of these thick gray 2-piece blocks. Except this time we're going to stagger them, so we're going to put 2 on the back this time, 1 on each side, and 2 on the front. So there, 2 more left. We got 1 there, and the other one is up here. Let's move these back a little bit so I don't drop them off the table. Okay, so there we go. All right, next up we're going to take and add an, excuse me, an 8-piece beige to the front bottom, just like that. And then we're going to add an 8-piece gray to the top, just like that. Okay, then we're going to take and add a smooth beige 4-piece across the bottom like that. Then we're going to add another smooth 4-piece with 1 peg on each end, there. And then we're going to take and add a beige 2-piece in the center of the next layer, followed by 2 1-piece grays on either end. So 1 there, and 1 there. Alright, next up, we're going to take these pieces that look like a quarter of a pie. Okay, they're hard to see. And we're going to put them to form some hair dimensions Put one in here like this. And then we're going to put one in here opposite of that like this. Straighten those up. And then we are going to take a triangle piece that's gray, looks like this with 2 wide. We're going to put it in here just like that to form some hair dimensions. Alright, up next we're going to take and make her eyes, and with all brick heads except for one that I've done so far, all the eyes are the same. They are black with a big block, or big square, little square. Big square goes upper left, little square goes bottom right. Make sure you line them up the best you can before you push them down, because they are a little more difficult to turn once they're on. That one's a little crooked, and that's close. Okay, there are Mrs. Claus's eyes. Alright, next up we're going to take 2 of these curved step pieces that look like this. They are 1 wide. We're going to put them in here to fill in this gap here. So we're going to put one here, and then we're going to put one on the other side as well, right there, to give her hair. Now we're going to turn her this way to work on her left side, which was to our right. We're going to take an L-shaped white piece, and we're going to stick it in right here like that. Then we're going to take one of these 2-piece reds, but it has a little tongue on the end of it, the little T. We're going to put one across the top like this. And then we're going to put another one of those down the bottom right below it, right there. So it forms that. Okay. Then we're going to take and add an L-shaped red to the bottom in here like this. And then we're going to add a smooth beige 2-piece to the bottom there. And then we're going to add a gray 3-piece L-shaped block right in there. Alright, next up we're going to take a 4-piece red, and we're going to put it all the way over here on top of these. And then we're going to take a 2-piece white, and we're going to put it right here on top of those. Then we're going to take 2 of these curved red pieces that look like this, and they're 2 wide. We're going to put one on either side here, so we're going to put one here, and then one right below it, going the other direction, just like that. Okay? And then we're going to take a white curved step piece. It looks like this, except it's only 1 wide. We're going to fill in the gaps right here on those with the white one. And then we're going to take 2 curved step gray pieces, same ones with 1 wide. We're going to put one across the top here like this. And then we're going to put the other one right here across those like this. Okay. Next up, we're going to take Mrs. Claus, we're going to turn her all the way around, and we're going to take this 16-piece red block. We're going to take these 2 large curved pieces, and we're going to put them across from each other to kind of form a big arched piece. And then we're going to take that big arch, and we're going to put it right here to form the back of her head. Okay. Next up, we're going to turn her again this way. We're going to repeat most of the same steps we did on the other side. So we have an L-shaped 3-piece white, and then we have 2 of those red 2 pieces with the T off the end. One goes there, one goes up and down over here, and that's crooked. Okay, and squeeze, squeeze, there we go. Then we're going to take and add an L-shaped red one underneath this, there, followed by a smooth 2-piece beige right there, and then an L-shaped gray one right there. Alright, up next, we're going to put a 4-piece red block right here in the back, like that, followed by a 2-piece white one right there, and then we're going to take 2 of these large curve 2-piece reds. We're going to put them right in there, and the other one in here like that, and then follow that up by putting a curved white piece in right there, and then putting our 2 curved gray pieces, one right here like this, and the other one right here like maybe like this. Okay, there we go. Next up, we're going to turn her back this way. We're going to take and add 2 of these red pieces that have the little T coming off the end of them. We're going to add them across the back, so we're going to add one there. And then we're going to add another one right there. Okay. And then we're going to put this 8-piece white across the center in here, just like that. And then we're going to put this gray piece that has a little T coming off of it right here in the middle, with that coming off that way. Okay, up next we're going to take and add a 4-piece white block right here in the center, and then a 2-piece red block in the back, just like that. Then we're going to take and add this big red curved piece that looks like this. We're going to add that across here. And then we're going to take 2 triangle pieces, red pieces, just one piece. We're going to put them in here like this. Then we're going to put one on the other side like this, with a 2-piece red right here between them. Okay? Then we're going to take and add this large curved white piece across here like this. Uh-oh, the whole back came off. There we go. There we go. And then we're going to take this green piece, not that one, that has little, looks like little flowers. We're going to put that right up in here, just like that. Okay, up next, we're going to take and add this big curved gray piece with a cutout in it. We're going to put it across the front of that, just like there. Alrighty. Now we're going to give Mrs. Claus a tray of cookies, so we're going to put her down for just a second. We're going to grab this black 2-piece that looks like this. It's got a little rod coming off the side of it with 2 pegs on it. We're going to take a regular 2-piece black and put it up against it. Then on top of that, we're going to put one of these brown discs. We're going to put it right on top here so we can squeeze it all together to make our tray. Alright, and then we're going to add some different cookies. So the first thing we have these. They're hard to see, but they are little cookies. We're going to put one on this corner up in here and one on this corner down in here. And then we have little cupcakes. We have a little pink sparkly cupcake. Really cool. It actually does look like it glitters, but it doesn't. And then we have this brown chocolate frosted cupcake right there. There's our cookies and cupcakes, or hot chocolate, or whatever it is. And we're going to take that, we're going to stick that right here in Mrs. Claus's hand, just like that. There is our Mrs. Claus with her cookies. Alright, so we're going to stick Mrs. Claus down for just a second. We're going to grab these pieces back here. We're going to take this. This step is actually shows to take this piece like this and turn it over. That was the whole step. So then we're going to take and add a 6-piece black one right to the front, just like that. Okay. Then we're going to skip a row. Actually, we're not. We're going to put in a 2-piece red right in the middle above that. Probably just so we had the spacing right. Then we're going to put the big long 10-piece one in there, like that. Okay. Then we're going to turn it back over, and we're going to add to that these wing pieces like this, and they're going to go on top of that, like that, and like that. Okay. Then we're going to flip it back over again, like this, and this time we're going to add 2 more of these circular brown discs, and they're going to go in these corners right here to help hold this all together. There's one, and there's one there, maybe. Just like that. And then we're going to take 2 more of these red pieces, 2-piece blocks, and put one on each end here and one over here, like that. And then we're going to take another 6-piece black, and we're going to put it right here on the bottom, nice and smooth, or nice and even across these pieces we just put in. Okay, next up we're going to take it, flip it back over. We're going to take this 8-piece block here, has the Brickheadz logo along with a little calendar that says seasonal. I'm guessing this is how they identified pieces earlier in the series. And we're going to put it in the center of the front right here, like this. Then we're going to put these, I got this long, smooth black piece, it's 6 long. We're going to put it right here, followed by a 2-piece smooth black piece up in the front right here. Then we're going to have 2 of these smooth black pieces with 1 peg sticking out of them, right there, and 1 right behind it. And then another smooth 2-piece in the very back, followed by a smooth 6-piece on the other side. So now we have a nice smooth platform all the way around. Now we're going to make some a little table with some cocoa. So we're going to take this brown piece that has this one peg in the middle of it. We're going to add to it this stand. It looks like this. We're going to put that right on top of there. It's a little gold stand. Followed by another brown piece to make the tabletop like this. There's our little table. And then on top of that, we're going to put our red mug. It has a little handle on it, like that. Okay, we're going to take that and stick it right back here, like this. Maybe. There we go. Turn the mug that way so we can see it. There we go. All right, then we're going to take and build this. We're going to take this circular 4-piece here. It's got some ridges around it. And we're going to put a little green leaf on one corner of it, like that. Followed by a little red circle that looks like this with a little flower. We're going to put it in here, like this. And we're going to stick this right back here. Maybe, if we can get it on there. Just like that. There. Okay, next up, we're going to take a dark green circle. Okay, we're going to put this white cylinder tube on it. Looks like this. Okay, just like that. Followed by a red cylinder tube. Followed by another green circle. Followed by a white piece that has one peg coming off the side of it. Then we're going to add to that this red piece that looks like this. It's curved up here and it's got a little edge coming off of it. We're going to put the ledge on it just like that. We're going to put a 1-piece red block underneath it that looks like that. And then we're going to put a 1-piece red block on the top of it that looks like that. Okay, then we're going to take this ring here, this dark green ring, we're going to stick it right here like this. Okay, and then we're going to put another one of these red ones that has little petals on it to make like a little mailbox, I'm guessing. Alright, and that mailbox is going to go right on top of this thing right here. And then we're going to take our Mrs. Claus, we're going to stick her right here in the center of it all, just like that. And there is our Mrs. Claus. Really cool, another really awesome brickhead, really gets you in the mood for Christmas. So there is Mrs. Claus. Bring in Mr. Claus here. There are our holiday Christmas brickheads. What do you think about these guys? If you would, please leave me a comment down below. Let me know. Also, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Your support means everything to us. As always, have fun. Thanks for living in my world, and we will see you next time. Merry Christmas, guys.